Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder again with another Reddit story for you. This one is actually from Mother-in-Laws from Hell. And that's right, Reddit calls it mother-in-laws, not mothers-in-law. So don't be mad at me. I didn't decide that. That was whoever created the subreddit here. Title of this one is Mothers-in-Law from Hell Finally Won My Cold War with Family-in-Law. Hey Reddit, this is a new account since my old one has said father-in-law in it. I wanted to tell you about my monsters-in-law and how I finally won this last Christmas. There will be a bit of my own backstory since it's relevant. So I am originally from Morocco, and growing up my dad walked out on us and my mom had to raise me all on her own. She died when I was 11 and I had to live with my dad and his family. Let me tell you, whatever you usually experience with your mother-in-laws, I did with my stepmom. So by the time I was 18, I had enough experience to know how to deal with them. At 18, I got a full ride and then some to Penn State. Graduated at 23 and started working straight away. Then I met my husband. He comes from a very conservative family from Georgia, and while they say they are not racist, they 100% are. We were talking about this the other day. It's like, if you have to start something off by saying, I'm not racist, if you have to say that, you probably are. I knew I was in for a long Cold War, but I was prepared to handle it. He invited me to their house for Thanksgiving to introduce me to his parents, made sure to tell his mom I don't eat anything that has either pork or alcohol in it, and then when I suggested bringing something, he said that his mom would accommodate me. Time out, we've had a story before where a plus one or somebody's spouse, somebody's girlfriend, whatever, had a special request for a Thanksgiving meal, but did not offer to bring their own stuff. She did, remember that. I had a feeling she wouldn't, so I ate the same way I do before a fast. Their welcome was lukewarm. The whole night was spent with them making ignorant and racist passive-aggressive comments about me. They had invited his ex and kept heaping compliments on her. Oh, and every single dish had either bacon or wine in it. The effing turkey was wrapped in bacon. The mac and cheese had bacon bits. The mashed potatoes had lard, etc. I said that I was okay, and his mom gave me just water because apparently they were out of non-alcoholic beverages. Okay. Wow. Oh, so they had a family meeting ahead of time and they're like, we're gonna get rid of this bitch. Watch this. They were pissed because I spent the whole time joking, complimenting them and the ex, never complained about the food. Their first plan was a bust. Hell yeah. Then when it was time for Christmas, I was not invited. It was family only holiday, you know. The ex was invited though. I just sent presents with my then boyfriend and had a wonderful staycation. Fast forward to about a year and they are still throwing the ex at him, not inviting me to family only parties and get-togethers when we announced our engagement. His mom was pissed and so was his sister. His dad just didn't care by then. We decided on a wedding that would combine both of our traditions, and since they never bothered to learn about mine, they thought wearing white to my wedding would hurt me. The day of when they came in white, ex included, and I just gushed about their dresses, you could see their hopes crashing. Then I started changing dresses and wearing every color on the rainbow in my traditional caftans. I had this pic with his mom with the most sour face that I just cherish. There were some minor events over the years. I never complained to my husband and didn't let him get involved, and his mom was getting pretty desperate. Then, the coup de grace was this Christmas. She suggested I host, and I agreed. I knew for a fact that she thought I wouldn't be able to handle it. Also, she thought I wouldn't know how to cook a traditional Christmas dinner since whenever we invite them and I am the one doing the cooking, I make traditional Moroccan dishes. Well, I made a whole spread. A turkey, glazed ham, mac and cheese, fluffy mashed potatoes, green bean casserole, Brussels sprouts, roasted carrots and potatoes, homemade bread and cornbread, pies for dessert. I also had cookies and cakes and everything. She broke down crying, accusing me of getting catering. Then when my husband tried to calm her, she just went off, screaming and pushing the food off the table, breaking a good portion of our good china. And because her daughter and her husband didn't do anything, my husband just threw them out and went no contact. I guess she wasn't ready for a woman whose entire culture made the whole struggle into part of the culture. Damn! Candy Thunder left us a comment here and says, okay, this woman is amazing. I would read whatever book she writes about her life. She played chess instead of checkers. Hell yes. They got reverse Uno'd like every time. Every time. It's fantastic. Took him long enough to kick him out and go no contact with him. But can you imagine? So many stories that we go through were like, yeah, hubby should have stood up sooner and said bullshit and held the line. And yeah, he should have. But OP never needed him to. Not for one damn second did she need him to do anything. She's like, I got this. I got this. And for everything that they did to just not work and have no effect, that is the best defense out there. And again, the best offense is a good defense, right? She just had this shield up that just bounced everything straight back to them, and it was more impactful on them than they planned on being to her. It was so perfect. This is fantastic. And I agree with Candy Thunder here. I'd read the book. I'd read her book. I want that power, right? The fact that she was just prepared for this. And remember, she calls this the Cold War. Yeah, she was clandestine this entire way and just nothing got to her. And they were trying everything, being blatant, wearing white to their wedding, just like showing up like, oh, this is gonna work. Watch this. No effect because they didn't know what they were walking into. And she has a picture of mother-in-law with a sour face that she cherishes now. It's just great. It's fantastic. Fantastic. Love it. Would love to have seen some video of that wedding or the photos.